Hello, it is good to see you. My name is B. Today I'm sharing a tutorial about how to crochet a fall pumpkin sunflower garland. It's beginner friendly, it's super cute, and it's doable in a day. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. For this project, you are going to need 4 different colors of yarn. The first is for the garland part of the project. It's going to be the string that kind of holds everything together. The second color is going to be for the pumpkin. The third are the sunflower petals, and then the fourth color is a brown. I'm going to be using this for both the middles of the sunflowers and also the tops of the pumpkins. I'm also going to be using a 5.5mm crochet hook. You're also going to need a tapestry needle and some scissors. We're going to first start by crocheting the sort of string that holds everything together. I'm going to be using this green color. You're going to start by making a slip stitch, so I'll take the yarn. So you're going to take your yarn and wrap it around your finger like this. And then you're going to take the end of the yarn that's connected to the rest of the ball and put it through this loop. Pull it through just like that. And then stick your hook in. And then you're going to chain however long you want your garland to be. I'm probably going to start with around 100 to 120 chains, and then I would recommend holding it up to wherever you want to hang it and see if it's long enough for you. To chain, you're going to take the yarn that is again attached to the ball and then yarn over and pull it through the loop. So you can do that as many times as you like. Again, I'm probably going to do it around 100 times, but I'll let you know what I actually end up doing. I finished my chains. I ended up actually doing 175 chains. Now we're going to move on and we're going to do a single crochet in every single one of these chains. So you're going to stick your hook into one of the loops, yarn over, pull the loop through, yarn over, and then pull the loop through again. So that's one single crochet. You're going to do that for all of the chains. So once again, you're going to stick your hook through the loop, yarn over and pull a loop through, yarn over and then pull a loop through both. Again, you're going to look for this V in the chain, stick your hook through, yarn over and pull a loop, yarn over and pull a loop through both. And then just go all the way down the chain. So I finished my single crochets, and now to finish off, I'm just going to chain one and pull it really long. And then I'm going to cut the yarn right here. And now you can just pull this string tight. Let's move on to the pumpkin. Okay, so now we're going to create our pumpkin. So you're going to take whatever color of yarn you want your pumpkin to be, and we're going to make a magic circle or a magic loop. This is like the tail end, and the side that's attached to your yarn is the working end. So you're going to take the working end of your yarn and you're going to make an X over your fingers like this, and then you're going to take your hook and grab the working end of the yarn and pull it through, and then you are going to chain one and then pull everything nice and tight. Now you have this circle here that is what we're going to be working into. So we're going to do a single crochet. I'm going to take my needle, stick it through the circle, yarn over and pull a loop through, and then yarn over and pull a loop through both. Then I'm going to do 4 double crochets. So yarn over, go through the middle, yarn over, pull a loop through, yarn over and pull a loop through 2, and then yarn over and pull a loop through the remaining 2. So again, yarn over, hook goes through the magic circle, yarn over and pull a loop through, yarn over and pull a loop through 2, yarn over and pull a loop through 2. So now I've done 2 double crochets and I want to do 2 more. So I'm going to yarn over, pull a loop through 2, pull a loop through another 2, yarn over, pull a loop through, pull a loop through 2, and pull a loop through another 2. Now that concludes my 4 double crochets. Now I'm going to do another single crochet. So put the hook through the magic circle, yarn over and pull a loop through. And then you're going to yarn over and pull a loop through both loops on your hook. Then I'm going to do 4 more double crochets. So yarn over, pull a loop through, pull a loop through both, pull a loop through both, yarn over, pull a loop through 2, through 2. That's the 3rd one. And that's the 4th one. We've done all the stitches that are going to go in the magic circle, and you're going to pull the tail end of your yarn and just pull on it, and it'll cinch it all together and make this cute little pumpkin oval shape. Then we are going to slip stitch into that first single crochet that we did, which is right here. It's this very first V. We're just going to slip stitch into that. So you're going to put your yarn through the V. You're going to yarn over and pull a loop through. And then you're going to pull that loop through the loop that's already on your hook. Okay, and now we're going to do 2 half double crochets in each double crochet that we've done. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet stitches on this half of the pumpkin. So we're going to do 2 half doubles in each of those stitches. So a half double crochet looks like yarning over, going through this stitch, yarning over and pulling a loop through, and then yarning over and pulling a loop through all 3 loops that are on your hook. And that's 1 half double crochet. So we're going to do 1 more into the same stitch. So yarn over, pull a loop through, yarn over and pull a loop through all 3 stitches on your hook. Now we're going to move on to the next stitch, 2 half doubles into this one as well. So now we are halfway around the circle and we have this single crochet here. We're going to slip stitch. So stick your hook through the loop, yarn over and pull a loop through, and then pull that same loop through the loop that was already on your hook. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, 2 half double crochets in each of the 4 remaining double crochet stitches. And then you're going to slip stitch into the previous slip stitch, which is right here. It's that tiny little V. You're going to wiggle your hook into there and then slip stitch like that. And now we're going to go around the pumpkin again, except this time we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch. For a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, pull a loop through, if I can, and then yarn over and pull a loop through 2, yarn over and pull a loop through 2. To the same stitch, another double crochet. Next stitch, we're going to do another 2 double crochets. So you're going to do this in all 8 of the stitches we have. So you should be doing a total of 16 double crochets for the first half of the pumpkin. So I have 16 double crochets for the first half of this pumpkin, and then from the previous round I had a slip stitch here, so I'm going to slip stitch again into that little stitch. Perfect. And now I'm going to continue with another 16 double crochets, 2 in each stitch, until I get to the end of this round. I made it all the way to the end of the round. This is the full pumpkin now, and all I have to do is slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch into the other slip stitch that I did in the previous round. So I'm going to stick my needle or my hook in, yarn over, pull the yarn through, and then pull that yarn through the loop that was already on my hook. And then I will pull another loop through, pull it tight, and that is the base of your pumpkin. And now we can do the stem. There's this hole right in the middle of your pumpkin. Honestly, it doesn't really have to be exactly in the middle. Just pick somewhere along the top and middle. Go ahead and stick your hook through the loop. And then you're gonna take whatever color yarn you want to be your stem. I'm gonna be using brown. And then you're gonna just pull a loop through like that. And then you're going to chain 3s. 1, 2, 3. And then you're gonna skip this first chain and then slip stitch into the next 2 chains. So pull loop through and then pull loop through that. And then same thing into the chain that's at the very bottom. So pull loop through and then pull loop through that as well. And then you're gonna slip stitch into the pumpkin itself. So pull loop through and pull a loop through that. And there you have your very own little pumpkin stem. And then to finish it off, you're just gonna go ahead and pull a loop through, pull it tight. You can go ahead and cut it. And just pull it tight. And there you have your little pumpkin. After we attach this to the garland part, we will weave in the ends. Don't cut off your ends too short because we're gonna use it to weave it into the garland. So for the length of my garland, I'm going to make 6 pumpkins and 5 sunflowers. So I'm gonna make 5 more of these guys. Alrighty, so for the sunflower, we're gonna again start with a magic circle or magic loop. You're gonna go ahead and take your yarn and make an X around your fingers again, put your hook through, pull a loop through, and then you're gonna chain 1. And then after you chain 1, you're gonna do another 2 chains, so a total of 3 chains. And then you're gonna do 16 double crochets into the magic circle. So yarn over, pull a loop through, pull a loop through 2, pull a loop through 2. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, yarn over, pull a loop through, pull a loop through 2, pull a loop through 2. That's 4, and then you're gonna do 16 into the circle. All right, so now I've done 16 double crochets into the magic circle. I'm gonna pull on the tail to bring it all together. And then I'm gonna slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that I did, which is this stitch right here. So I'm just gonna put that onto my hook, yarn over and pull a loop through, and pull the same loop through the loop that's already on my hook. Then I'm going to pull a loop through and then pull it long and cut it. And that is how you make the middle of your sunflower. And now we're gonna get to the petals, so grab whatever color of yarn you wanna use for your petals. All right, so now for the petals of the sunflower, you can start on any stitch that you want to in the circle. Just go ahead and stick your hook into whatever stitch you want. Take the color of yarn you want to be your petals, and then you're gonna pull a loop through like that. And then you are going to chain 1. After you chain 1, you're going to move over to the next stitch and do a double crochet. So yarn over, go through the stitch, pull a loop through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through another 2. Then you're going to do a triple crochet into the same stitch. So yarn over twice, then you're going to go into the stitch, pull a loop through, yarn over and pull a loop through 2, yarn over and pull a loop through another 2, yarn over and pull through another 2. Then you're going to chain 2, so chain 1 and 2, and then you're going to count down from the stitches that you've been doing 3 stitches. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So if you look at it from a head-on angle, there's this like pointy skinny part, and then there's the part that's this V, and there's a bigger hole right here. You're gonna put your hook through these 2 stitches right here, like that. And then you're gonna slip stitch. So you're gonna yarn over, pull a loop through everything that's on your hook. Then you're gonna triple crochet, so yarn over twice, stick your hook through the hole, yarn over and pull a loop through, yarn over and pull a loop through 2, yarn over and pull a loop through another 2, yarn over and pull a loop through the remaining 2, then you're gonna double crochet into the same stitch again. So we're doing 4 different stitches into that second stitch that we've worked into. So yarn over, pull a loop through, pull a loop through 2, pull a loop through the remaining 2. And now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch over of the brown part. So stick your hook through that stitch, yarn over and pull a loop through, and pull that same loop through the hook, or through the loop that was already on your hook. And that is 1 petal. So you're gonna repeat that pattern a total of 7 more times. You're gonna have 8 total petals. We are going to do a double crochet into the next stitch over. And then a triple crochet. So yarn over twice, pull a loop through, pull a loop through 2, pull a loop through another 2, and pull a loop through another 2. Then you're going to chain 2, so chain 1, chain 2. You're going to go back down 3 stitches, 1, 2, this is the 3rd stitch. It also is the area where there's like this V or like a gap, and then you're going to slip stitch. Then you're going to triple crochet, so yarn over twice, yarn over, pull a loop through 2, pull a loop through 2, and pull a loop through the remaining 2, double crochet, and then slip stitch into the next stitch over in the magic circle brown part. All right, and that's the 2nd petal. So one last time, before I'm gonna let you go off and do it on your own, you're going to double crochet into the next stitch, and then triple crochet into the same stitch that you just double crocheted into. Whoopsies. And then you're going to chain 2, 1, 2. And then if you look at it head on, it's like this V shape right here. You're going to do the stitches that are at the very top of that V. So right here. And then you're going to slip stitch. Then you're going to do another triple crochet, same stitch, double crochet, and then slip stitch in the next stitch over in the brown part. So we've already done it 3 times. We're going to do it 5 more times for a total of 8 petals. I've done all 8 petals here. Now I'm going to go over into the stitch where I had already chained at the very beginning, and I'm going to do a slip stitch into there. And then I'm going to yarn over, pull a loop through, pull it tight, and cut it. This is what the sunflower looks like, and once I finish crocheting all of the pumpkins and sunflowers, I will show you how to attach them to the garland. I have finished making all of my sunflowers and pumpkins, so I'm going to attach them to my garland now. I actually remeasured, and I must have miscalculated the number of pumpkins and sunflowers I needed, because I ended up only needing 3 sunflowers and 3 pumpkins for the length of the garland that I personally have. Again, this was 175 chains, I believe. So I've already attached this first pumpkin here. When you look at your garland, there's going to be a side where it looks kind of braided almost, and then there's going to be a side that's very clearly V's. So this is the V side, and this is the more braided side. We're going to attach our pieces on this V side. I think I want my second sunflower to be around here. You can determine whatever spacing you like. I'm going to stick my hook through one of these V's here, whichever V or stitch you want your sunflower to be attached on. So I've got my hook through there. And then with the sunflower, we have this string that I haven't cut off yet. And I'm going to use that and pull it through this V. And then pull the yarn through just like that. Oops, there's a little strand that got stuck. Okay, I'm gonna tie a little knot like this. Nothing super fancy. And then I'm gonna tie it one more time just so it's secure. A nice little double knot. Again, like that. All right. And that's it. So that's how you attach the sunflowers. And for the pumpkins, it's going to be something super similar. Just instead of using a yellow piece, we have these 2 brown pieces here, and you're going to tie them together. So you're going to pick whatever V you want to attach your pumpkin to. Stick your hoop through. Oops, or I don't know why I keep saying hoop. Stick your needle through. And then take your yarn and pull this guy through all the way like that. And now with this one, since you'll have 2 strings, you can just tie these guys together like so. Tie it nice and tight. And that is how you attach your little pumpkin. So now you're just gonna go ahead and attach all of your sunflowers and pumpkins. Once you finish adding all of your pumpkins and sunflowers on, you can weave in your ends and then you'll be done. This is what my garland ended up looking like. I think it's super cute and it adds a nice little touch of fall to my room. I hope this was helpful and that you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. And I'll see you in the next one.